Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hi everyone, today's video is featuring a layout I made at a crop back at the end of March that I went to and videotaped all of my layouts. Now, I wasn't able to tape the introductions in real time, so I went ahead and pre-taped these ahead of time so I'd be able to tell you what I'm working with on this particular layout. It happens to be a mix of Dear Lizzy products going all the way back to 2012 with Lucky Charm and all the way up to some of her newer stuff, up to Stargazer and Lovely Day. So that is what I'll be working with today. So let's get going and see what we're going to do. All right, folks, we have done it. We are finally to the last video I made of the layouts I made while at a crop in North Carolina back at the end of March. So yay! This also means I made this layout almost 2 months ago, so please bear with me as I try to remember what on earth I actually did. So I am using, once again, as I said in my intro, a mix of Dear Lizzy. I have a lot of papers by her from various sources. A lot of my older stuff came from my friend Deb when she was destashing a couple of years ago. So I'm going through everything and pulling out different patterns that I think will work well together and also just have different elements to them. So this piece I want to say is from Lovely Day. It is a very wonky navy blue grid, and I'm just going to cut two very small pieces. Yes, it is called Lovely Day from Lovely Day, so that's kind of funny. And then I'm going to, one of the photos I have, this is going to be a double page layout, and one of the photos I have is a 5x7. So I'm also going to mat that larger photo in that same paper. So my intent with this is to make stripes of pattern paper the same width. Each pattern is going to be the same width, and then run them horizontally along both pieces of 12 by 12 background white paper. So I choose that distressed polka dot that is from Lucky Charm, and then I choose that multicolor chevron, also from Lucky Charm, and then this tone-on-tone neutral chevron, and that, once again, is from Lucky Charm. So the majority of these papers are from Lucky Charm, so they are quite old. Some of them are from a paper pad, and some are double-sided, but I don't bother showing you them because they really are not available to purchase anymore. So now I have my papers and I'm just matching them up, making sure they line up, and I'm going to go ahead and get them glued down. I am going to cut away from them because they're going to go exactly where they are. Here we are, everything is glued down. Now that blue stripe on the left-hand side is taped wonkily. I did not notice. This was right before I left, not right before I left, but as we were going through the day, people were heading out, and so I was saying a lot of goodbyes, and somehow that just slipped through my vision, and so it is what it is, and I'm not going to worry about it. So as I mentioned in all of my crop videos, when I go to crops, most of the time, unless I'm just doing a single page layout, I will draw up sketches for my layouts just to make my life easier because I said there's lots of distractions at crops. So I do things like draw sketches to make sure I know what I'm doing, especially when it's a double page or it's a layout with multiple photos. I pre-pick the lines or the kits I'm going to work with so that way I don't have to hem and haw and think, will it look better with this or with that or with this or with that. I had made the decision before I started that these photos would be done with my mix of Dear Lizzy paper. I pre-write my journaling. I just have a Google Sheets list and I write down what the layout is and then I just write some journaling. Now sometimes I just kind of free write and then I refine it when I'm writing it, and sometimes I go word for word. So those are just some tricks I have when I'm scrapping at crops, just to make my time more usable. All right, so I have all my photos placed. I did pull out that love sticker that came from the Stargazer line, and then these penguin. The word penguin is from a black and white Dear Lizzy alpha. I think that came out with Lovely Day or Saturday, but I don't remember. And then I am finishing off my title with some Ellie Studio letters in yellow, and then these together foam thickers. And the together, they're all capital letters, but they have both a smaller size and a larger size. So I used the smaller size, and then I'm going to go back to those LE Studio letters and for the letter A, and then I'm going to take a black pen and outline the yellow letters because the rest of the title all have black in them. I wanted to pull those together to do that. Now over on the right hand side, I also pulled in that chipboard word loved because we had a super fun time doing this. So as you can tell from my title, this is called Let's Pet a Penguin. And I'm just going to go back and glue down the black and white penguin letters um, just because it's a chipboard thicker. So obviously it doesn't actually stick. So as I was saying before, I pulled in those and those came out with a just Dear Lizzy line, either Lovely Day or Saturday once again. I always get the elements of those two lines confused. So as I was saying, when we went to SeaWorld, my parents bought us as a surprise uh, a backstage pass to go pet and meet a penguin and learn all about them. Our penguin's name was Fred, and we got to pet him, and he very much was like kind of like that really short velvet that's wet. You know, like if you took that really short, cheap velvet and then you wet it down, that's pretty much what a penguin feels like. So I'm now going through the sticker pack that came with the Saturday line. I think it's the Saturday line. And I added that exclamation point to the word loved. And I added some of those bicolored circles. And before I did that, from the Stargazer line, I did add that line of floral pieces under the circles. I'm also adding that banner piece under the title. I'm just adding various stickers all over. Now I'm moving on to these puffy stickers, and I add that little deer, and I don't even know why. I think penguins are cute. I think deer are cute. So hey, it worked in my brain, and that's all that matters. I'm also adding this clear sticker, and I'm seeing if any others will work, but I don't think so. So I'm basically just going through all of my embellishments and pulling things I think might work. Now, for this crop, I had gone and added enamel dots to all of my little kits, just to basically say, hey, come on, you bought them, you should use them. So I believe these are basic gray ones, but don't hold me to that, so they're older. And so I'm just adding them in multiple colors all over my page. And then I'm going back to my Stargazer sticker sheet, and I'm adding stars from that line to all of the little embellishment clusters I have going on. So now what I'm doing, as I mentioned, I pre-write all my journaling. So I was just looking it up on the computer. So I start writing it, and I think this one was word for word. I liked my turn of phrase for this particular journaling, talking about Fred and how much fun it was to learn about him and their habitat. And then we each got to run 2 fingers down his back. That was what you were allowed to do. And he was a really chill penguin. He was kind of just like, yeah, whatever. So once I finish this, once I finish this, I don't actually remember if I do anything else. Well, no matter what, thank you guys so much for joining me here. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Apparently, I'm showing off my penguin photos and chatting. All right, folks, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.